Alright folks, it's Blueprints again. This is Key of W. So, if you watched the last video, I'm sorry. I know, I'm sorry. Sometimes you get bad luck, but it wasn't just bad luck yesterday. I just didn't think, and I did something that basically screwed myself over. Not forever, I was just gearing up for a certain puzzle that required me to set myself up yesterday to do something today, and I failed at that, so I basically have to start that one over. It's not the end of the world. It just means I feel like I wasted my time and yours. But you know what? Who cares about wasting time? We're here to have a good time, and that's what we're doing. So, what can I do today? I could try again for that clock tower. I don't think it's a rare room, is it? It's unusual. It might not show up again. If we do the puzzle with the 130 thing I think that I'm waiting for, I'm going to make sure that I have stuff to do when I come back at 1:30. But I don't know if it'll show up. At least it gave us keys, so we're starting the day off pretty well that way. I also got rid of the vault key that was in the coat check, originally intending to replace it with something, but I failed at that. Let me put the hallway here. But it means that the coat check is not being locked up with a key for a puzzle that I have no control over, which is probably for the best. Let's put the closet here, but then I want a room that curves to the right. Hey, we got the key card anyway. Wow. The game was like, hey, I noticed that you suck at this game, so how about we pretend that never happened? So yeah, if you missed the last video, which you're forgiven for missing that, by the way, but I lost my key card. I was going to try to keep the key card, but I just completely failed in the route management to end my day in the break room. So this, I don't want it to curve left. That's what I don't want it to do. That is perfect. That's a great den placement. So what do I want outside the outer room? So a trading post and or tomb are even better now because I now know the armory just sells an item to light things. So I don't have to like try to draft those rooms and then make a burning glass, which is not common enough to make that in any way a sure thing. Let me then make sure I have at least one ivory dye on me. So let's start with the den and head to the right. I don't want to dead end myself now, but I will because I have to. So what's the best thing to do? Planetarium isn't really helpful unless I come back here and call it a day. Guest bedroom at least gives me steps now. Funeral parlor, I would have to come back and play because there's only going to be one gem in there if I play it now. I think I'm going to start with the guest bedroom because there might be an item in here. In fact, there is an item in here. There's another key. So I'm really good on keys today. Or at least I have a very good start on keys. Now I want this to curve to the right. And we got lucky again. Let's chapel it up. But let's not go through there yet. Let's fill out a couple rooms down here. And use a key on this. Hopefully get some ivory dice. I mean, this is fine too, but... kind of like making this the key run. What if I just put this here? I don't want to put the reading nook here because the reading nook leads to the library, which is going to be used for checking out books, but then the library would at best cut off the hallway here. So I want to save the reading nook. Funeral parlor is all right in this spot. Locksmith is also all right in this spot. What would I buy with it? Lockpicking kit is going to be there. It always is there. A special key is going to be there, but I don't need regular keys. So is it worth... Yeah, it's worth it. I'm going to do it. Special key could be secret garden key. A lockpick kit at least means that my key day is pretty good. I am getting rid of a lot of my coins, but at some point I'll have such a high allowance that I'm not really worried about it. Prism key, that's pretty good. So I can draft red rooms for myself to help with the funeral parlor. I could... I don't know what other kind. I could make a hallway out of a hallway. Boiler room. I'd want this to go to pump room, and I don't have the pool yet, so this is not a good place to put it. We've drawn the tunnel, a spare room. I'm gonna take the spare room. I'm gonna get it out of my draft pool. And we're gonna hope for something with a junction. Passageway isn't great here. Why do I have 2 spare rooms? I didn't add the spare room to my draft pool from the thing. Did I add a duplicate spare room from something else? Perhaps I added it from something else. But I don't know what I added it from. That's annoying. Corridor. Passageway is alright, but one of the exits is blocked, so it's a waste. I'm going to take the spare room again. Well, I don't know why I have 2 spare rooms. I very much did not pick up the second spare room. This is where the passageway goes. Reading Nook could go there as well, but I'm opening myself up as much as possible. Let's go left. I don't need that right now. This is useful, but I think this is what I want to do. Yeah, the library isn't going to lead anywhere, but the reason I didn't want the library here is because it would cut off the hallway and it would force a dead end. This is going to force a dead end anyway, so I'm not cutting off a potential path. This is not a potential path anyway, so it's fine to cut this one off. Of course, I don't need this key, but it's here. I mean, I might end up needing every key, but for now... I mean, some of these are tempting, like this would allow me to fill in all the rooms, this would allow me to get more items, but I'm going to do this so I can check out one of the new books I've purchased. And we're going to start with Realm and Rune, because this one looks like it's going to be very important. So that's just setting ourselves up for tomorrow. Well, or the next day we get a library. And maybe it's good to have a magnifying glass on me when I'm reading books, so I might try to get that, but I can't really guarantee it. Well, you know what I didn't think of as I did this? I'm cutting off the chapel's exit here. That was dumb. Alright. The armory is good to get the item I want, but I don't have the money for it now. Funeral parlor could go here. Would I rather set this up than get the money and come back and purchase the thing? This whole time I've just been looking for ivory dice too, which is really silly. Let's hope for the armory later, because I might not get what I need. Let's not play the game yet, though. Well, I guess I gotta put the hallway here. I don't want to put the dark room, because then I have to blind draft. So I'm going to put this here. And coat check is fine, but I don't have an item that I want to drop off. Utility closet? Do I want to do this? So this is not needed to turn off the security doors. It would be used to turn off the gymnasium and the garage. Or turn on the garage and then potentially for the dark room. Or do I say, I haven't got a computer yet. Let's just set up the laboratory so I can set up an experiment. Oh, hey, there's an apple. And also get into the security computer from here. Each time we find some trash while digging, unlock or bypass the security door is going to happen, I think, today. Good on keys. I could gain gold this way. So what am I using the gold for? That's if I get an armory, I'd want to buy the torch, which is very cheap anyway, so I don't need a lot of money. So I think gain a star? Isn't that what I just want to increase my number of stars? Let's do that. There's not a lot of ways to increase stars, and usually it's only by one at a time, so it takes a lot of days to get my stars up high. And it's okay to skip. I don't need to see every single possible constellation mix. So we're going to do active terminals, security. Come on, there we go. Is there anything I'm missing on the estate? A wind-up key, that's just in the parlor. Keycard system. Turn this way up because we have the keycard. And always, just in case, we do that. Go back. Now I want to look at the network again because I forgot to look at the staff services. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place an order for a magnifying glass because it's possible that I need to look at something in the new book with a magnifying glass. I don't think so, but if I have to, then I can buy the magnifying glass that day from the commissary. Now let's see what we get out of here. Prism key is not useful. Well, archives would certainly tank my run. Um, I mean, it wouldn't tank it forever. It'd still be possible to get around. So the options are lose all of my gems right now, and I don't have a way to get them back immediately. Oh, no, I can go to the funeral parlor. And I'm not doing this to buy any of the items. I'm doing this just to make a connection. So I can go back to the funeral parlor and then... Oh, hold on. I'd want to do the funeral parlor now. So I have the gems, even though it's only 2 of them. Not my favorite thing. All statements that contain the word gems are false. Hold on. This statement contains the word gems. So this has to be false. Right? If this is true, then it would also be false. If it's false, it doesn't mean it's true. Right? All statements. Okay, let's go. This box contains gems. This box is not empty. So this has to be false. Statements that contain the word gems don't have to be. But they can't. Then this would have to be true, and this would have to be. This would have to be false. Right? I'm trying to imagine a world where this is true, because it contains the word gems, so it definitely is. But if this is false, then this ends up being true, because all statements that contain the word gems are false, and then you have the paradox. So this has to be true. Like, I can't see any other way around that. All right. Now it's safe to draft, because I might need the gems. Wine cellar would come in handy. Okay, here's the vault. Now you're taunting me with the vault. I can't purchase it and whatever. The pool is good. I might want to head back now to the early parts. What's in here, by the way? Moon pendant, keep an item, that's tempting. Master key, no way I'm getting that amount of money. Chronograph, the thing that's not very useful. Ornate compass lets you redraw. Yeah, I'm not going to get any of that. There's theoretically no limit to the amount of allowance you can have, and so, you know, eventually you get your allowance high enough, the showroom is just a normal shop to you. Let's see if I can make something. Okay, this is the only thing that is not a complete loss. So I guess we're taking the weight room, and we're sucking up step loss. So I'm going to need to find something to get those steps back quickly. Kitchen would be good, although I don't have a lot of money for it. Laundry room would not be good. Boiler room would not be good here. I guess we're going to take the corridor there. Bypass the security door. Isn't that my experiment? There we go. Got another star. Drawing room is fine. It's facing kind of the wrong way. All of this is kind of facing the wrong way. At least get my gem back. Alright, this day is rapidly becoming less and less helpful to me. Gymnasium's good. Dining room is good here. It's got to be dining room. Okay, so let's see what's underneath. This can be a dead end as far as I'm concerned. Conference room is also fine. Bedroom is at least good for steps, because I'm going to start hurting for steps. I mean, I do have the dining room, so I'm going to be okay. Let's do this. And then let's head in here. Take the lunchbox. That'll at least keep us alive for a little bit. Okay, what can I get here that's useful? Drafting studio would be nice, but I don't have the gems for it. There's the pump room. You know what? I think it's just worth it to do the pump room now. Yeah, I don't have power to the pump room, but I don't need power to the pump room. I just need to get the reservoir down to... We saw it. It was down to 6, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to clear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Easily can clear it. I don't need the fountain to be empty because I did the other puzzle the other day. So let's dump the reservoir. Oh, hold on. No, I have to start with the fountain. And the fountain comes out to here as well. Let's take it out of pump 2, maybe? Well, hold on. Let's take it out of pump 2 and pump 1. Right? Because I need to clear 8, and there's 4 in both of these pumps. So we clear it out of pump 2. And then we clear it out of pump 1. And then when I do the reservoir, it should go down to where I want it to be. Oh, hold on. No. I need the reservoir to be 1 lower. That's what I need the reservoir to be. So how am I going to do 1 less? Let's see. The kitchen's got 3, which is nice. Let's try draining the kitchen. So that's number 4. It's over here. It's pump 2. Now if I drain the kitchen, I've got 3 in here. And now if I drain the reservoir, it's only going to get rid of 1. There we go. Drain the reservoir. Yes, I need to do this first. Because I need access to the boat, which means I can only get access to the boat if it's lower. But then I need to figure out how to get access to the boat once it's even lower than that. But we're going to start with this, and maybe today we go out to the reservoir and move the boat. But I'm going to want my steps back. Dang. Because I'm going to get to the reservoir just fine with 22 steps. But I won't be able to get back. So getting to rank 8 is not going to be hard. We're going to get to rank 8, but then... Oh, no, we're just still going to run out of steps. That's going to be the big challenge today. I'll see what I can do. I might be screwed on that because of the weight room. But at the very least, we solved the boat part of the reservoir. And then we could, like, chain this into the next day. So, I've got this secret now with the elevator. And actually, I think after I do this part, I'll never need to use this elevator again. Is that true? No, I would still want to use it, but I would have access... at least in the basement, I wouldn't need to use this to, like, turn the north lever ever again. So we're going to go down through the secret passage I opened up. That's not it. Yeah, because once I do this part, like, what would I need this side of the thing for? I don't know. There's the tomb that can come down. The fountain, I'll never use the fountain again. The fountain's never needs to be, whatever. Yep, this is what we need. So we can enter. Now, there is a bug that happens to some people where they enter and they try to skip the cutscene, and then they end up having a real problem. So I'm hoping the bug doesn't happen. I'm going to watch this whole cutscene, because I'm pretty sure the bug doesn't happen if you watch the cutscene. And if the bug happens, it's not the end of the world, because the reservoir level is saved. We just come down here tomorrow. It would just be annoying to lose this day, have to come down on a second day. But yeah, we can take this boat to the other side, and we see the stairs there. I think we saw them earlier, leading down to the bottom of the reservoir, and there is definitely a tunnel there, and that's the level we want to get to next. According to the picture we saw several episodes ago, the level we're trying to get the reservoir down to requires... level 6 requires the boat to already be on this side. If I lowered the reservoir down to where it needs to be, the boat's over there. We can't use it. So this is what we need to do first. And I can now go up the foundation if I want, get to rank 8, come around. Would I have enough steps? I might barely have enough steps to do that. So we're going to make an attempt. And this could go poorly. But we're going to make the attempt. We can call the elevator, use our shortcut up. Of course, if it does go poorly, we don't end in the break room, which I haven't even drafted yet anyway, so we don't have our key card for tomorrow. But it's worth it. If I set up a puzzle here, it's fine. Like, the puzzles I've been aiming for, I haven't had any success with, so we might as well take the one that's dropped into our lap. Yeah. It turns out we don't need to power the pump room for anything except one puzzle, so it's okay if I don't power it yet. I can still do quite a lot. I want to draft... Let's start out of here. Let's just see if I can get something that'll help me. Boiler room is not helpful here. Commissary is not helpful here. Whatever, just put the code check there. Gets rid of a dead end, so when I draft here, I need a left turn. That is all I need. Where did I get those steps from? Oh, right, because the lunchbox didn't give me the steps until I got to rank. Okay, I see. I see. Okay, turn left, turn left, turn left. Thank you. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, so we're going to head back down the fountain. Oh, no. We got this. We got this. We're going to storeroom. And then I'm going to enter it. By enter, it's 20, 19, 18, 17. Go down to the underground, and I hope I get back to here, because this will be open. Then we use the extra steps to go to the pump room, lower the reservoir again, head back down to the reservoir, and solve the puzzle down there. Okay, so the reason to go in here is... Why would I go into this room? I don't need to draft any more rooms, so no. What would I like to save for tomorrow? Lockpick kit is nice. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it is nice. Key card is great to start. I'm going to put the key card in there and then hope we get the code check tomorrow. We're going to head back down. Actually, let's see what I can draft here. No. 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 Let's do this. Because it doesn't matter if I pick up the coins. We're basically making that place have more coins next run. Because I don't need to draft any more rooms. I think I've got my puzzle that I want to solve today. And we're good. Just going to take a little bit of time to go. Oh, no, we can't. No, I can't. I'm dumb. So... I realize... Oh no, what am I thinking? I'm even dumber. Use the passage out of this side. God. Okay, for some reason I'm thinking, oh, I have to take the boat back across and go up the elevator, but then the boat will be on the wrong side. No. We'll just do this. We could also call it a day here, but then we need to get the pump room again. I don't know next time I'm going to get the pump room. I'm not doing this for the Sanctum key, by the way, if you're thinking, oh yeah, there's the one that says the fourth key is down below under the docks, because obviously you remember all the notes I've seen. And I have pictures of it, but I'm not showing it to you because it's on a different monitor. That Sanctum key requires completely emptying the reservoir. Sorry to spoil that, but I think you could figure that out by saying it's there, it's under the dock. But... that's not what we're getting, because I'm only emptying the reservoir so much. I have a showroom. That's nice. So I get 30 steps. This will guarantee I can get where I need to go. Okay, once I drain this down to where it's going to go, it will be fine. So let's fill the kitchen back up again. I'm just making sure this tank is empty so the reservoir can go into the tank. I haven't ever used the kitchen superpower because the kitchen has one of those. We should now fill tank 2. And then I think if we fill tank 1, it'll be complete. Yeah, there's not enough place to put all the water, so we can't empty the reservoir until we have activated this reserve tank, which does require boiler power. So it's one of those things that we need to solve that puzzle. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to have to do to get the reservoir completely empty. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This should be the correct amount in the reservoir. I hope I got that correct. And we will head back down. But we're going to head back down from the basement side. Can't reach the basement because I got poor drafting, but that's okay. Let me empty my wallet, because I know I have enough steps now. And we end the day with about the same amount of keys as we started with, so I didn't need the clock tower yesterday. Haha. Oh, right, I was thinking, like, where's the elevator? I took it down, didn't take it back up. That's why it's not there. We should just be able to get on the boat. If I screwed up, we have to go back to the pump room and do that again, which would be annoying as heck. Also, this is in the way, which is annoying. There we go. So, yeah, that looks like it's the right spot. So we need to find the stairway down. And we'll get into this little tunnel and see what we have here. Okay, I'm not going to skip this cutscene either, because screw you, we're going to watch it all. And here we are. At the safe house. Let's take a look around. Well, whoever's here was very armed. Got a nice bazooka. Oof, they were expecting some fierce fighting, weren't they? Delete it. I see a bunch of, looks like TV monitors, and there's an A here. This looks like the TVs we see in the security room, actually. And it's looking like this one here. I'm going to remember that for later. Got a fridge, I guess. Some books. Oh, there's the cracked wall I see in the chess puzzle area that I just need a power hammer to take care of. There's my mom. And I think these are the two guys from the archives? Way, way back. One of the first episodes when we looked at the archives of the newspaper. Like, I forget the names offhand, but they were, I think they were the... Were they the publisher? No, the guys, the publisher... I'd have to look that up again and get back to you on it. But they're all in cahoots, apparently. Is this a picture taken down here? No, I don't think so. Oh, one of them would be Caleb Manning. That's the name. There's from one of the red letters. Caleb Manning whichever one, could be this guy or that guy, wrote a letter to my mom talking about the heist they're going to do. Hey, look at that. Sanctum Key. So I lied. We are doing a Sanctum Key puzzle. At first, when I got this, I thought this was the one that says, there, you know, the fourth key is down low, hidden under the docks. That is not what this key is. This is a different one. We'll see in just a second exactly which one it is. It has now been 6 months. 6 months of living in this air-choked cavern of boredom and dread. 6 months since we said our silent goodbyes to our families. 6 months of planning. 6 months of rehearsal. 6 months of heartache, but no regrets. Everyone who knows me intimately thinks I have left the country. Everyone else assumes me dead. And maybe that's all that's left for us. The long walk and steps leading up to the gallows. A steep price to pay for ideals, I concede, but a price that somehow seems cheaper and less cruel than another 2 fortnights bunkered down here beneath the sand and soot. And yet as I write this, I have never felt so close to the sky in my dreams. Tomorrow we will reclaim our birthright. Tomorrow the crown of Orinda will finally return to Oris. The first step taken is half the journey. May the black shores guide us. Mary. Huh, that's my mom. So I can guess from this she's not dead. She and probably her co-conspirators all lived down here, were being kept hidden, I guess, by Herbert after their heist. And if she was dead, probably would have been a public execution, because that's, I guess, is what she was afraid of. And here's the heist plans. Closed exhibits, decoy bar, decoy jar, decoy car. As cool as it would be, too easy to track, literally. What? Manning. White Pharaoh Marigold. Marigold's my mom. Forced entry, 124. Roof access, white, 124. Escape route, getaway car. Huh. Tiskin Park. So that was their plan. Looks like they got away with it, as far as we are concerned. Royal Station. Platform 8. Yep, an entire train station down here. Now, you may think that having a train station be your location for a safe house would be a bad move, and I'd agree with you, but this train station is not in use anymore. It's pretty obvious from how everything's shuttered down, and I guess what you're supposed to conclude from this, like, this train station used to be used, it was part of a train system that is no longer in use at all, apparently. Like, this is an old train system, and this place was being excavated for other things, part of all those foreman's logs we're seeing for the Baron before Herbert, Baron Thomas Sinclair, and Herbert repurposed it as a safe house and basically made sure that no one would find it so that he could hide Mary here and her conspirators after the heist. But let's remember this map. This is gonna come back. We're starting to get to the point where there's some puzzles where you're just gonna have to trust me, bro, on some of it, where like there's something I'm referring to from a past episode that I don't have the patience to go and look at again to show you. So I'm just going to tell you things that I've seen in previous episodes that we can use. We're not going to use this for like a million years. It's fine. But we're going to need to know the map. We seek what's in the shade of truth. That's just a thing, they say. So anyway, the Sanctum Key. Sanctum Key number 6 says this key is left in a station by one of your own. That's the key we found. The key under the docks is very obvious. Oh, that one just takes us back easily. The number 4, very obviously under the docks, means under this reservoir. Like, I'm not sure how you're supposed to interpret that any other way, but it's not in any of the places we've seen. So obviously we have to drain this even further, which will require power to the pump room. So we're not going to do that today. And probably not for a while. You kind of just got to get lucky. I'm going to sort of put on the hat of the guy that's played even further into the game. There is an alternative way to get the key under the docks, but it requires even further development into the game. That is unlikely to happen before getting all the Sanctum Keys. So there is that. Alright. Why would I pull this? I'm not going to the north. It's never going to happen. So I got key number 6, so I'm going to open door number 6 so I remember which keys I have. So let's do a little review here. This was the one in the room 46. This one is the vault key. This is just going to take a while to get the right key. This one said high up among the clocks, so if I solve whatever's in the clock tower, I'll get that one. This one is under the docks. This one is something about a king on his throne. This one we've got. This one we've got. This was the station. This was the music room if you drafted quite late. This one requires behind the last door of 8. So let's just keep our eyes open for more of these as we go. We've looked inside, right? We've seen these symbols and things. Now this does look somewhat familiar, but we're not quite ready to solve this puzzle. So that's kind of all we can do for the day. There is a possibility... No, there's not a possibility going further. These are all dead ends. I could draft more rooms out of here to see what I can get, but I don't know what use that would be. I can try it anyway. We'll head up to the... what's it? Up the elevator and then maybe draft a clock tower, because that would at least get us keys for tomorrow. Draft a break room would at least get us the key card for tomorrow. Well, hold on. No, it wouldn't, because we have the key card in the code check, so we don't need to. We don't need a break room. What else would be useful? A sauna gives us more steps for tomorrow. Morning room is nice, but you need the bacon and eggs to get morning room. We don't have that. What else? There's a few tomorrow rooms we could look for, but I don't think we're going to. There's also the possibility we solve a puzzle in one of these rooms that we haven't solved yet. I don't feel like it's going to happen, but I don't want to give up on a day till it's well and truly done. So only 10 coins in here, but next time we draft it will be 15. So you can see the reason we would want to start drafting these. Oh, let's look in this this thing and get the note. Green memos in white boxes are always lies. So you know what? I am going to pull up my notes on my other thing. I don't have this one pulled up yet. Treasure trove notes. Note number 1 was in a white chest with a moon symbol, said the green memos you find in this room will always be true. I have a feeling that is not true. That'd be too easy. The second one says green memos in white boxes are always lies. Actually, that does tell us, because the first one was in a white box. The blue note always is true. Blue notes can't be lies. So I'm typing down, because I haven't actually taken a picture of this memo yet in my other playthrough. Green memos. It's blue chest. Oh, I forget the symbol. Moon symbol. Oh, they're both moon symbols. Okay. I think the symbol will be important. But blue notes are always true. Red notes are always false unless they're handwritten. Green memos, however, are conditional. So if it says green memos in white boxes are always lies, the green memo in the white box that we saw last time said the green memos will always be true. That is not true. The green memos will not always be true. So we're going to use this knowledge for future stuff, but not right now. Hey, clock tower. No gems. Wait, hold on. Armory. Maybe I can get another thing out of this. Maybe I can get the torch. No, everything but the torch. Are you serious? Okay. Morning Star at least gets me a star for tomorrow. Mechanarium has 1 door for each gear room in the house. So the way this is going to work it can't have door here or here because those are filled in. So when it puts doors in, it starts with the cardinal directions, which it can't do because they're all filled except for this one. And then it will put them in the diagonal sections of the room, which is really interesting. Alright, what can I put here? Well, I can put the dark room there and then blind draft and see what I get. Which means we open this up and we get something else. I think we've seen this before. There is a thing right here. We get another west lever from the Mechanarium. Which means we have to have a fifth door, right? This is 1. 2, can't be a door there though. 3, can't be a door. 4, the fifth option is going to give us a lever. Okay, let's blind draft. And let's just see what this is. Closed exhibit. Which takes us back to the dining room, but otherwise it's not helpful. Don't think there's anything else in here we can do. Now I think the day is well and truly done. If there had been the torch here, we would have used the torch to go out and then draft an outer room with something in it, but unfortunately did not get lucky with that. That's okay. We will eventually get enough luck for that. We did do something today. We got the Sanctum Key. So we're at least 3 down, 5 to go. Not the worst day ever. Any room I want to end in. I don't think I've checked an item. We're good. Did I check an item? I thought I checked the key card. Doesn't say there's one in there. But we're going to do that. That is all for today. Thanks so much for watching. Let's make sure there's nothing weird that happens after here. I think we'll be fine. Yeah. It's weird, like day 13 I got 2 Sanctum Keys. It's taken me 9 days to get the next one. This is just how it's going to be from now on. Just sorry. That's how it goes. Alright, that's all. I'll see people in the next video. In the meantime, I've been KeyofW. You've been whoever you are. Y'all have a good day. Bye.